All right, today I want to take a moment to look at verses 11 through 13 of Genesis chapter 20 with Abraham. And he is continuing to deal with the fallout from his sin of once again saying, Sarah is my sister instead of my wife. Listen to verse 11. Abraham replied, I thought this is a godless place. They will want my wife and will kill me to get her. And she really is my sister, for we both have the same father but different mothers, and I married her. When God called me to leave my father's home and to travel from place to place, I told her, do me a favor. Wherever we go, tell the people that I am your brother. So that's his excuse. This is a godless place. This was the excuse for deception. But the problem wasn't Abraham's fear of others. It was his lack of his trust in the Lord, right? He didn't fear God in this. And by fear, remember, I don't mean, he's scared of him like, kids are scared of the boogeyman when they're little kids, or, something's under my bed. When I say fear there, I mean to honor, respect, and obey. That's what the Bible's meaning there when it says fear. It's really important for us to understand that concept as we're translating language here. He didn't do that. He didn't feel like God was big enough to take care of his issues. God couldn't handle this. This is a godless place, so therefore God can't act. Just because God isn't worshiped in a place does not mean that God's power is not active in that place and God can't intervene in things. So he simply wasn't trusting. He tries to justify his sin. That is a big key here. He's trying to justify what he did. Instead of owning what he did, he tried to make every excuse for why it was okay. All right? This is something kids do. I watch Charlie do this. She wants to justify what she does. If she does something wrong, she will give me the reason why. Like the other day, she was playing on her iPad and we had told her to be quiet. We were doing some filming on something else and we told her to be quiet while we were filming. Well, what does she do? She proceeds to turn the iPad volume up all the way as high as it would go. And so I go to talk to her about this and she says, it was an accident. It was an accident. You turned it all the way up. Did you hit the volume buttons and you knew what you were doing? Yes. Then it's not an accident. An accident is when you drop a glass of water or you spill your plate in the floor. That's an accident. You didn't mean to. It just happened. It was not on purpose. This was on purpose. Abraham's sin was on purpose, but he was making every excuse. It was his way of saying, it was an accident. He's saying, this is a bad place. I didn't know who would do what. So I'm trying to protect myself. It was a lack of trust in God. It was a lack of faith in this particular area. He had a lot of faith in moving from place to place, right? He got up and he left his father's house. He did all these things. But then he misses out because he doesn't follow in this area. He has a hang-up about this. What he should have said was, instead of making these excuses, what he should have done is looked at Abimelech and said, you know what, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I didn't trust God. My sin was against God and my sin was against you. I wronged you and I'm sorry. Instead, he made excuses. It's not how we approach sin. Don't make excuse for sin. We confess sin, we repent of it. And repent means to change your actions. That was what needed to happen in this moment. Keep that in mind as you deal with things in your life. Have a blessed day.